Check 1 2 microphone check. Here we go. Countercultural podcast back at it once again. It is closing down the 2025 year. We are in December. So my young friend, the ultimate co-host, started out as producer and he's been promoted to co-host. He just didn't realize it. He has a great mindset, and this is what I love about Noah right here. He said, what about if we did a podcast on goals? And I don't know if you know my love for goals. I don't know if you fully understand, like, this is my space. This is what I do. And I'm here to tell you, like, if you don't get this part of your life right, you will not go anywhere. You don't drift anywhere on accident. I tell people that all the time. Anyway, I'm excited. I made sure, because, hey, I'm pushing this. This is one of the dreams. This is a goal. I'm going to be sponsored. This podcast is going to be sponsored by Fear of God. Shout out to Jared. I know you see me, Jared. I know you're out there. Come on.
I need you to get me the Broncos Fear of God collab.
Oh,
I need that.
Let me write that down. Broncos.
When we get sponsored by Fear of God, I need the Broncos collab desperately.
You're gonna make me go.
Have you seen it?
Yes, of course. I'm gonna go look for it tonight. Because
Can I bring something up real
yes,
quick before we dive into this?
yes.
Just a little pop culture moment right now. Because I'm gonna edit this. We're gonna get this out this week at some point. Thunder just lost their second game of the season. How are we feeling? Are we okay? Are the Thunder mortal? Do we still trust Sam Presti? Like, what are we freaking out over the second loss?
So you bring in goals, and then you go to my passion, Oklahoma football and Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah, that I have watched every Thunder game this season, except the loss to Portland because it was way too late, and I have to get up early and go to work sometimes. So that was the first game that I missed. I did not miss this game. I watched this game in its entirety. I never even was worried until the very end. And what was strange about this game, since you brought it up, is this is the first time all year that all 5 starters from the championship run played together. Everybody was back. Isaiah was back. Chet, which because Isaiah's been hurt. Jalen was hurt for the first 16 or 19 games. Everybody was back. Lou Dort was out, and then Wemby it was weird because he didn't start till the second quarter. He didn't come in the game. A lot of stuff was happening. There's some old school disdain for Chet and Wemby. They don't like each other. They were playing under 19 forever. So there's a lot of stuff. So you asked the question, am I worried? No, because the one thing about OKC is they will get it right and they will beat them. You heard it here first. They will beat them by 25 the next time they play. They are that good. So yeah. I think it was good for them. I was telling my wife the whole time, she's like, I can't believe your team's losing. I'm like, hey, this is what they need. Everybody needs a reality check every now and then.
Okay. 2 losses is okay.
Yeah.
And I have no allegiances because I'm waiting to see where Giannis goes, and then I'll become a fan of that team.
Okay.
So
Giannis to the Thunder.
I'm a bandwagoner with unless he goes to Golden State. I won't be a Golden State fan under any circumstances.
That'd be rough.
But I will follow him to the Knicks. I will follow him to the Lakers gladly. So all right.
I mean,
just had to get a little basketball.
No,
in there.
you have to, and I know how you would feel because Kevin Durant broke my heart. Kevin Durant, I was a Thunder fan from way back. So yeah, I know how that feels to go to Golden State. Yeah, I don't think he'll go to Golden State. Broncos are doing good. Broncos are going to be in the playoffs. Going to have a great playoff run, I believe.
Number 1 seed, baby. We're going to get the number 1 seed. I mean, it's
shout out.
Great. He's had some clutch plays since we shouted him out on the podcast.
Yeah,
I feel like maybe we had a little bit of something to do with it.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. He needs to be on the podcast. Nick Bonito, we're coming for you. We want you on the pod.
That would be crazy. We need, you know who we need on this podcast is Drake May. That's who we need.
Ooh,
Drake May would be great on this podcast. I think we might need some more numbers, but well, if we could get or Bo Nix,
Bo
both great Christian guys.
I agree. I agree with both of those. You know who we get on the podcast that would get a lot of people to watch it and make a lot of people mad, including myself? Diego Pavia.
No shot, bro. I can't. I couldn't have a straight conversation with him.
Man, I don't know, man. That dude's wild. My sons have this high level of disdain for him, the cockiness. He's got a chip on his
Yeah,
shoulder. Yeah,
it's not fun though. There's fun chips on their shoulder, and there's sad one. It's like a sad chip on his shoulder
yeah.
because he's not an NFL prospect. Like he's not. The odds of him doing well in the NFL are very low. So like this is his peak. His peak would have been winning the Heisman. Like Mendoza's gonna go play for the Raiders for 5 years and then go be an amazing backup for
Yeah,
somebody. Like he's Mendoza's gonna play in the
yeah,
NFL. I think that's why Pavia is so sad. Like even like Baker Mayfield type chip on his shoulder is fun.
yeah,
It was fun because then he went in the NFL and he did pretty good.
yep.
So all right. Do you wanna go back and forth with just our list of goals for 2026?
Let me set the scene for some goals. Let me just set
Okay.
it up and talk about why goals are so important and why you have to focus on. I am so impressed that you want to talk about this. Not a lot of young people that I know, and I'm around quite a few young people talk about goals. I'm always the one talking about goals. So shout out to Noah to get us going on this goal train. So let's open up with a story. How about that? You want to open up with a story? Watch this. In the early, this is one of my go-to goal stories because we can set goals, but actually achieving goals is a lot harder. Setting them is easy, but achieving them is harder. So this is my go-to goal story. In the 1900s, they are set out, two groups set out to go to the South Pole, right? You had Robert Scott was leader of one group, Roald Adamson was the leader of the second group. Have you heard this story? It's a great,
Yes, but I don't remember it.
okay.
I've definitely heard it before. I don't remember it though.
Same goal, same environment, same danger. Same goal, same environment, same danger. Scott believed in willpower and pushing through no matter the odds and the mindset of go with it with everything you got. Go at it with everything you got. Just keep going, never stopping. We're going to drive them to the end. That's how he believed he was going to get to the South Pole. Adamson believed in building systems and being consistent and being disciplined. And they both set out for the South Pole. Adamson did not go faster. Scott went faster. Adamson did not ever, um, where Scott would push through when it was super hard. Adamson didn't believe in pushing through. He slowed down, he rested, and then he got back up, and he would take the crew the next day. He kept moving. That was his thing. He built the systems. He stayed consistent. He kept moving. He never let anything get him down. He did not go too fast. He did not try to bite off more than he could chew. He did not try to drive his crew. He stayed consistent and he just kept moving. Amundsen reached the South Pole first. His entire team survived. Scott, his team got there too, but they all died on the return. So at the end of the day, the moral of the story is consistency. Go slow to go fast, build your systems, and then you can speed up, but stay consistent, stay disciplined, stay in the game. Don't ever slow down. Just keep going. Keep going. Slow down if you need to. Slow down if you need to recoup. Slow down if you fall off the wagon. People say if you fall off the wagon, don't worry about it. Get back on and keep going. So difference between willpower and systems. That's the key thing. So you want to talk about your goals. First of all, when you say goals, like what comes to mind? What are you thinking about as a young man when you're building goals?
So all of my goals for next year, which what I'm thinking of when you just said that story is I'm going to need you to tell me if this is too lofty.
Okay.
Because while you say that it's impressive that I'm thinking about goals, it is a lot of you rubbing off on me a little
Okay.
bit. And I have not really done this before. So, but all of them are things that I think are worth more of my time than scrolling on Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts.
Mm,
And my hope is that through forcing myself to do a lot of things, I will not have time to do things that are less destructive. And not all of these are like learning necessarily, but some of them are. But it's like just basically to try to grow up a little bit with my digital consumption,
mm.
is how I feel of it. So that's kind of where my frame is going into these. So
Yeah, yeah. Goals are hard. Scrolling's easy. I heard it said that building goals and achieving goals is hard. Netflix is easy. That's why everybody falls off. Yeah, you're already right in the space. What did I just capture today? It's so funny. I'm always listening to stuff about goals. I think I saved it because you said something that really have to understand. First of all, okay, this is key. Have to understand where we're distracted and where our dopamine hits are coming from.
mm,
So understanding where the distractions are. So you're already on point with that. You're understanding that TikTok, Instagram, unless you're doing it for work, that's key because as a marketer, you have to do it for work. I talked to one of my friends. She's on Instagram all the time, but she's building a business. So yeah, so keep going. So what do you
well,
got?
that's the frame.
Yeah,
So I've got a few. I don't know, like, do you want me to go through all of mine first, or do you want to like go back
let's
and
go
forth?
back
How
and
do you want
forth.
to
Let's
do
go
it?
back and forth. What you got?
Okay. So let me. So I'll start. I'll go like from like easiest to hardest. Then I'll try to. Um. So first, I want to work out 3 times a week. Just some sort of physical activity 3 times a week, which is should be very easy. And I put like as far as like ideas, CrossFit, basketball, football, going to the gym, or working out at home. That's a pretty simple goal. I just need that to be more consistent. Like I'm going to CrossFit 1 time a week, but that's pretty much all I'm working out. So I need to just simple 20-minute workout 3 times a week, go to CrossFit once, do two other things. So that's my fitness goal. Pretty simple, but
Okay, I'm gonna treat you as somebody that I'm coaching. My first question that I would ask after someone gave me a goal like that, I would say, why? Why do you have that goal?
I want to gain weight.
You want to gain what type of weight? Fat weight, muscle weight? What do you want to do?
Muscle weight.
You gotta
But
get very specific in
um
your mindset. Very specific. So you want to go to the gym 3 times a week. You want to gain muscle weight. How much muscle are you trying to gain?
hmm, I don't know.
See, these are things
I
you
have no idea how to even measure that.
yeah. Okay. So I had a similar goal last year. Started last year and I've put on 8 pounds of muscle working out 5 days a week. Now I'm older than you. Um, now I've run and work out, but I asked the why. You have to get in your mind and you have to frame it. Who are you trying to become? The who before the do. That's the key thing. Who are you trying to become? You're trying to put on muscle. When you put on muscle, you're going to gain more confidence. You're going to get confident in who you are. You're going to get confident in your appearance. You're going to get confident in how you present yourself in rooms. Like get that Noah in your mind. Like who are you becoming? How do you see yourself if you're 10 pounds more muscle, you're cut up, you're consistently going to the gym. That means you're there 3 times a week. You're doing that. Who, when you get that mindset, that person who you're trying to become, I always say who before do. So, who are you trying to become? And then you put the effort in, but you got to be real precise on how you're going to do it. So, working out, you got CrossFit, okay. Putting on muscle at CrossFit, going to be a little bit more difficult because it's more cardio style work.
That's cardio,
Yeah.
but
So, getting in the gym, making sure you have the tools, the different apps that you can use. I use a great app to put on muscle that keeps my body guessing on what workouts. So there's lots of stuff to do it, but get in your mind like why? What's the why behind it, and who are you trying to become? Those are the key things, and then you start building out the systems around it. But Transformation don't happen in moments. It happens through rhythm, habits, and daily faithfulness to your goal. Get with the Lord. That's why I say, like Lord, I want to treat this is what I do. I say, Lord, I want to treat my body as a temple. That's what you told me. You said my body's a temple. I need you to help me build it. I need you to help me stay consistent with my workouts. I need you to help me stay consistent with my diet. I need you to help me stay consistent. I do like to have some beer every now and then, maybe a bourbon. I'm just being real with people. But when you do that, it slows down everything. So I have to be reminded, Lord, help me to have balance, help me to have restraint. Like these are the things when you're going in, when you're creating that physical goal. All right, I said a lot. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that makes sense. And um, really just like going into it, I was thinking just like trying to really just get in shape. Like obviously the end goal is to build muscle, but I like where you're directing me toward making sure that I have like something specific.
Yeah.
Um, so
And little micro wins. Build in little micro wins. So when I hear you say physical, I hear part of physical is diet, part of physical is working out, part of physical is sleep. Like, so how can this is how we gamify it? I'm all big into telling people how to gamify stuff. So I because that locks people in. So how do I create micro wins in my day? So you would say something like, okay, if I eat right today, that's a point. If I sleep 7 hours, that's a point. Like you build gamification into your goals, creating those micro wins that keep you consistent throughout the process. That is really how you lock it in. And don't get upset or beat yourself up and do not quit when you don't meet all the stuff that when you don't have multiple micro wins a day. Like I see people quit. I tell people they say I want to go to the gym. I say, okay, let's start small. Get up in the morning at 6:30 when you get up. Put your running shoes on and let that be a win. And if that's as far as you make it that day, hey, you put your running shoes on. Next day, go to your car. Next day, drive to the gym. Next day, go in the gym. Like I've had to coach people through specifics like that to get them going. And so just creating those micro wins is going to help you in the fitness space. Of course, in the fitness space, I have mine right here in front of me. This is how nerdy I am. I have my full focus planner. I have one for every quarter, and I already have my goals written down. Um, Matter of fact, I pulled up develop and sustain habits to reach 200 pounds and 15% body fat through workouts, nutrition supplementation, research, and habit tracking. That was mine for last year. I'm not at 15%, and I found out I shouldn't be at 200 pounds. So, not at 15%, I'm at 17%. So, I'm still working towards it. The year's not over. I don't think I can get 2% in a year. But anyway,
that'd be
that
crazy.
would be crazy. That's it. So, fitness goal. All right, let's keep going. What you got?
Okay, so this one is a very like abstract goal because I have no idea how hard it's going to be, but I just want to start.
Okay.
And I'm going to have very low metrics for success. But I want to reach preschool level Japanese next year. I want to learn like get my end goal at first is preschool level. So they call it N5 Japanese. So that's my linguistic goal for
Okay.
2026
Why?
because I want to go to Tokyo.
Okay. So there's your celebrate the win right there. Every goal needs to have a
Mhm.
celebrate the win. So that's the win. Going to Tokyo. Also, key thing, research has recently found that your ability to learn continues to grow and develop. And they're now coaching people that are in their 50s, 60s, and 70s to start learning languages because it keeps your brain fresh. So, learning new languages keeps you staying in a learning space and keeps your brain fresh. So, that's awesome. Learning preschool level Japanese so that you can go to Tokyo. Preschool level, what's your time if it's a smart goal, what's your time bound constraint? So when do you want to have this done by?
Should be able to do it this year.
Okay.
Like that's a very easy goal. But at the very least, I want to at least be able to take the test at the end of the year. Um, so that's my time frame. But it just depends. Like this could suck and I could hate it. And then after I've done it for a year, I might quit, like, and not try to get all the way up to the like fluent level, or I'll really like it. And because I think that if I learn this language and even if I even get to N5 with this language and then take the things that I learned learning it and then learn like Spanish, it'll be easy. It'll be so easy
Yeah.
because that's just so much easier of a language to learn
Yep.
than learning an entirely different alphabet. So
So are these goals, these first two goals you've listed, we're going to make sure they're refined. So we'll make sure that they actually are a goal, kind of like mine. When you heard mine, like 15% body fat, 200 pounds through nutrition supplementation, um, habit tracking, and all that stuff. So your fitness goal, make sure we write it down because goals that aren't written down don't really matter to you. They don't become real to you. They come out of your head and get onto paper. So I always say, what you got to write your goals down. You got to put them on a sheet. You got to put them in front of you. Another thing, I won't go there yet. Um, so how are you going to make time to practice learning Japanese? Let's talk about that. Everybody listening to the pod, pay attention. You got to get this part right too. Like this is key because I'm going to give you a hint. He said it earlier. He has to do something in order to make space. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to create space, Noah, to make sure you have time to practice this new language? What are you going to do?
specifically, the resources that I'm going to use, there's a streaming service called LingoPie that you can watch shows that are in Japanese and it has the subtitles on the bottom. And you like, it's Japanese subtitles, but you can pause it and it has like Japanese in like English, like the pronunciation in English, but then the Japanese text. And that's a way. But I just, to make the time, I'm just going to replace other things that I do with all of these goals. But specifically with this one, I want to get up in the morning and do it first thing in the morning before I go to work. That's going to be when I would want to do this one
So
specifically.
this you said Lingo Pi. Is it so it's an app, correct?
Yeah, it's like Netflix for language learning.
Okay. Can you watch these episodes in short increments or do you have to watch a whole episode?
I'm sure you can. My first thing that I'm going to do before I even do that is I'm going to work through a textbook
Okay.
um, as quickly as possible, just to get like work through a whole textbook of basics, and then go into the immersion. Because probably for like 3 to 4 months, I'm just going to be immersing myself in listening to Japanese and watching Japanese and not having English subtitles, so that I can start picking out. And I've already like been playlisting a bunch of YouTubers that have like preschool level conversations in Japanese. They do the whole conversation and then they have it again in English explaining what each word means and stuff. So I think that those are going to be, and when I'm going to do it, I want to do that in the morning before I go to work, is when I'm going to hope to schedule this out.
Okay. So you're gonna have to start building your day in that starting space in the morning around doing this. And then I was gonna encourage you, you have to learn. Now this is key. This is tied back to your original statement about social media and TikTok and Instagram. So you have to learn how to steal back time. You have been psychologically conditioned over the last 10 years of your life to pick up your phone and go to social media. You've been psychologically conditioned. You have got to understand how to steal back those moments of time because your brain is saying, go to your phone, scroll TikTok, get your dopamine, and hang out for a while. Now you have to take that dopamine hit into that lingo pi space and get your dopamine hit from learning a word in Japanese. So you're also going to have to, if it's, I would also encourage you like to build those short incremental spots to do that during the day. So you start your day, if you start your day out in that space, I would say, okay, Don't make it too big. That's what a lot of people fail with. Some people say, I want to start my day 30 minutes, 30 minutes. And when they don't make it 30 minutes, they get frustrated. Um, they get frustrated and they quit. Or that not getting, maybe they only make it 15. The next day they only make it 5. The next day they make it 2. Then the next day they quit. So it's making sure you say, okay, I'm going to start each morning with 5 minutes. 5 minutes of lingo pie, and then also I'm going to steal time during the day. Those times where I am about to go to social media, I'm going to go to lingo pie instead for 2 minutes. It's stealing back those time increments because you will never realize how much time that you waste during the day. Or you're sitting in line at a drive-through. You're standing in line at the post office. All these different spots are coming to my brain. You're stuck in traffic somewhere. You're at the airport terminal waiting on a plane. Instead of scrolling, build these habit times into, or build these goal times into your daily habits so they become almost second nature. In my full focus planner, my current one, which of course is not in here, it's in the other room. But I could tell you what it says in my daily. One of my daily things I'm tracking is I am not scrolling Instagram. I'm going straight to Evernote to review the notes that I've captured on things I'm learning. So it's like that. That's what I'm doing. And I remind myself when I want to go to social media that nope, that's not what I'm doing right now. Because it goes into my big goal. Because you know some of the stuff that I'm working on. All that leads to the big goal. So you got your learning a language, you got your fitness. So I would say that's your mental space. I always tell people focus on the four. So what we talk about, countercultural life, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. So you got you haven't talked about your spiritual space, but you got your mental space. That's the lingo pie. You have your physical space. We can get into the emotional space if you want to. Spiritual space. What other goals you got? What are you working on?
Okay. So next one, I have a lot. So this is might need to start knocking them out quick, but I want to watch one movie for every year 1950 to 2000. So 50 total movies, but specifically focusing on watching older formative movies from the like 50s, 60s, 70s. I have the list already made out, um, which I can, if you want to just say a random year, I can tell you what the movie is.
77. It's a great year.
Um, okay. Oh, it's an Excel sheet. I forgot that I moved it to Excel. Um, Here we go. You said
Yep.
77? Eraserhead
Oh,
is going to be the movie for 77. So, so like,
85.
1985, The Breakfast Club.
Yes.
I've never seen that. I've never seen it.
What?
So, 84 is that's the thing. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. That's what part of this is. So this is another thing where it's like instead of watching YouTube
Yeah.
videos, watching
Yep.
movies, which a YouTube video is whatever, it's the same thing to my brain, but I'm increasing my cultural ability to speak into things by watching a lot of older movies. Um, you know, 12 Angry Men for 1957. I've never actually sat down and watched all of Lawrence of Arabia, so I'm going to do that. Um, 2001: A Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, both of the Godfathers, Apocalypse Now. I'm just kind of going through this. Die Hard, Silence of the Lambs, Shawshank
Have
Redemption.
you not
I've
seen
somehow
Silence
never
of the
seen.
Lambs?
I'm not. These are all movies I haven't seen.
All
So,
movies you haven't
um,
seen. Wow.
except a couple of these I have seen, but not for a long time. I had to put Prince of Egypt in 1998 because I want to watch it again. It's been a long time. But yeah. So that's a kind of a simpler. That's a simple one.
I,
But
you brought up a movie that's was a life changing space for me, and I don't want it to sound weird, but people they figured out who I am on the podcast by now. I'm kind of weird. Silence of the Lambs is what got me
mhm,
addicted to psychology. I
mm,
wanted to learn everything I possibly could about psychology when I saw what Hannibal Lecter, how he mind bended her in the first conversation that they had. I was like, he just read her.
I have no context for the movie
Oh, it's
at all.
beautiful.
So
It
I'm
is.
I'm going in completely
You will
blind.
see, you will see when you'll see what I got when he first talks to the FBI agent Clarice. You'll be like, oh, this is the part he was talking about. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Another great movie. Another Anthony Hopkins classic.
So that's another one. That one's gonna be like hopefully easy. I'm stacking up easy goals. Um so like another one, 26 books, which is so easy. I know that's just two a week.
What are you doing?
There is the
Audiobooks or are you
stipulation
doing
that reading.
okay? Actual book, physical book.
Um 13 of them have to be nonfiction. And the first one is going to be supernatural because I started it and I never finished it.
Nice.
So I'm going to actually finish it, and that's on me.
Nice.
But I got some books from my dad
Good.
to read as well.
Good.
Shout out shout out Dr. Jason Pilo.
Nice.
We're gonna be we're actually gonna be in Knoxville this weekend to for his PhD. Not for very long,
Yeah.
so I that's why I didn't tell anybody because we're gonna get there Friday. We're leaving Saturday after the ceremony. So,
Nice.
but uh, but anyway,
Nice.
yep.
Good.
Um,
Congratulations. Shout out. Shout out, Doc.
yeah, it's gonna be sick. Um, the last there's the last two that are like actual things. I want to make 10 songs, which is not a lot, but I have been really out of the music space. I've been very soaking in a creative rut, is what I would say. So I'm just trying to make 10 songs, and I also put that I don't have to release them. So just sitting down and making 10 songs, not necessarily for release, just for me. So it's a very easy goal, but just something to try to get me to dip my toes back into that thing that I love a lot, but just have not felt connected to recently. So, and then there's a YouTube video that had 42 skills that every man should know, and I'm gonna work through all 42 and make sure I know them all. It's very easy, very easy stuff. I know a lot of them already, but just like it's just basic understanding of stuff, and I just think it'll be a good thing to work through during the year. It's like a very easy list. So
I love it. I wrote that one down because I also need to go visit that YouTube video and check it out. So okay.
I'll send it to you.
So let me roll real quick with what's on the top of my head based off of. So let's start with the movie goal. Movie goal: invite Ray in to the movie space.
So I will say real quick, what my last that I was going to do to kind of cap all of these, I want to find one person to do every single one of them with. So I have someone that I'm reading 26 books with. I have somebody that's also gonna watch all these movies. And I'm also going to have Reagan watch some of them with me. That same guy that's watching the movies, he's also gonna learn Japanese with me. Um, and then the workout one, I have a couple people as well. Um, so that's another one to like cap all of them off is I want to find one person to do each one of them with me
Why is that
so that
important
I
to you?
have somebody to hold me accountable.
Yes, come on.
Accountability.
Accountability.
Accountability and camaraderie because I just cannot I'm horrible at self-motivation. I'm like everything that is awesome that you have seen out of me is because you are pushing it. I'm horrible at self-motivation. So that's like part of it. Like I gotta find other people that will help me stay motivated and stay accountable.
Yeah, bro. That's it, man. It's hard to not go to the gym when you know somebody's waiting there for you. It's
Yep.
hard to not read 26 books when you know you're going to have to answer questions about 26 books if somebody's reading them with you. And that's the key thing, man. You have got that. That's locked in right there. I love that a lot. I would say to the only thing I had you already brought out was accountability is key. Involving Reagan in the process is key because she's not only an accountability partner with you and she's going to hold you accountable to whatever you invite her into. You also have that relational time, like bringing her into your life. Like this is your life, but it's not just your life, it's y'all's life. So she wants let her celebrate the wins with you. Let her celebrate the goal achievement with you. So we got all these, they're on the podcast. We're going to hold you accountable to doing them and we're going to check back in 2026, and you're going to tell me that you have been successful at all of these goals and you are becoming a next level dude by doing this. Goals are the key. Goals, objectives. We're not getting too deep into the nerdy science behind it. I love talking about the New Year's resolutions that everybody quits 2 weeks in because they built goals that are too big and they didn't build the right behaviors and possible objectives that match up with the behaviors to actually carry the goal forward. They didn't build an accountability system like you already got. And the why. The why is important. I know you have a big why. Why for the movies? Give me your why for the movies.
Movies. I love cinema,
Yeah,
and I just want to force myself. There's like a game that me and my friend play, and you connect like a movie, you play a movie. So let's say it was like Edward Scissorhands. Then you would play a movie that has an actor that's in that movie. So you could play Pirates of the Caribbean, and your connection would be Johnny Depp.
yeah,
And one of the things that he makes fun of me for is I am always just bringing us back to like 2023, 2024, 2025. Like I know every single 2025 movie, but I just am not, I don't have that history. So that's it. I just love movies, and I thought that this would be a great way to force myself and just a fun like exercise for the year because 50 movies is going to be light work for me. Um, I'm hoping to watch 100 total next year, and half of them be for this challenge. Um, that's not like a goal, though. I'm not going to be upset if I don't watch 100, but so that's like part of it as well.
I'm gonna dig in.
That's the
I'm gonna
movie
dig
one.
in just a little bit more. I think that's deeper than that with you. I think it's more than liking movies for you. I think you love the cinematography. I think you love to see how the actors play roles. I think you love more more than just the movie. Like for me watching a movie,
Oh yeah.
bro, I look for the key things that connect to me. Like I will never forget Dune when they said fear is the mind killer. That has become my number one go-to quote now, and it's not just because it's a cool no, it's because that's what I believe. Fear is the mind killer. And I link to
Yeah.
every key quote like that. And that's what I'm looking for in movies. I'm looking for leadership concepts, growth concepts. I'm looking for identity stuff. Um, it locks me in. But anyway, I think it's deeper. I think you like movies more than normal people
Oh
like
yeah.
movies.
100%. The production and stuff, like watching, especially with these older movies, watching like how they did things in a much harder time to do good
Yeah,
things. Like something on the scale of Lawrence of Arabia is just incredible. And I like rating them. I have like an app that
yep,
you and I have, you're on it,
yep,
Letterboxd, and you're gonna have to hop on there. You'll see all my reviews of all these movies.
yes.
So
What about books? Why 26 books?
two a week. Somebody else had this idea first, and I'm gonna do it with him because I thought it was a good idea. But there's just like 26 books. This should be light work, and there's so many books. You've given me some books. My dad's given me some books, and I just want to get into reading. I used to read a lot. I used to read a lot, and I just don't anymore. So
I love to read, but I had to gamify it. So I use an app called Bookly that tracks your hours and gives you rewards and all this stuff for how many hours you read, how many pages you read. And it also has helped me track my books. It lets you track all the notes from your books and all that stuff too. But yeah, I'm big into that space trying to I think I want to go 52 this year, but I'm going to count audiobooks so I kind of feel weird about that. I'm still wrestling with that, but whether I count it even if it's an audiobook.
I feel like I might end up counting audiobooks depending on how this starts going.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, so people let's talk to the people real quick. People that want to achieve goals like this have to master the art of stealing time back. You've got to learn how to steal time because you could have these goals, you could have all the accountability partners, you can have the sweet objectives laid out with the behaviors and how you're going to do it and the reasons why and the who you're becoming. But if you don't master the art of understanding where your time is going, you will not achieve these goals because you can set out to do them, but if you don't understand if that, oh, I don't know where I'm losing time at, and you look at your phone and you're spending 8 hours on Instagram, there's 8 hours. I could have knocked out a book and a half in 8 hours. I could have watched, 3 movies in 8 hours. So just knowing that is the key. You have to be very good at stealing your time back and knowing where your time goes. Also, you got to know who you want to become. Like, why? Like, Noah is going to be uh, a movie expert. He's going to be able to talk through different genres, through different cinematography stuff, that through different production technique. He's going to be able to talk through that through a wide range of movies. Like, that's who he's becoming. So, you know, yeah, man. My goals are always. It's funny. I pulled up my goals from 6 years ago, and it's let's see, I I've my ability to write them has developed in 6 years. I've seen mentally
Hmm.
is to always stay growing and focused to be more Christ-like through continued personal development. Now I look at that and I'm like, that's not a good mental goal that I would say. No, that's funny. Um, Spiritually, to seek God passionately every day and learn all that He has to teach me to reflect Jesus through every part of my life. Physically, to eat and take vitamins and get my weight to 180. I don't know what I was thinking, to 180 by age 42. 180? I think I probably saw that some
180.
bro, I don't know. I think I probably saw that was my ideal weight from some garbage research from back in the day.
That's my ideal weight.
Yeah, that's crazy. By age 42, that's funny.
That would require me to gain a lot of weight to get there, but
So I do eat very clean now, and I do take the right supplements and vitamins. Here it is. Here's from, I think this is when I was 40 or 41. Building a paradigm shifting professional development organization in the next 5 years. So yeah, that
well,
one's
there you
that
go.
one's almost done. So here's one. Shout out to your dad on this one. Achieving my doctorate in leadership philosophy and theology by my 45th birthday. Didn't happen. Started and stopped twice. Started and stopped twice. Just did not have. I did not know. Scratch that. Fix my words. I did not make the time to pursue my doctorate. There were more other things that were more important in my life than pursuing my doctorate, and I'm not done. I still have it in the back of my head. I've started and stopped twice, so I got classes towards it. But yep, shout out to your dad for finishing the race, finishing the goal. Um, let's see, man. All my stuff now is pretty. I'm such a nerd. Such a nerd with these goals and objectives. Mine are very precise now, and it is all around the spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical space. I had to do some soul searching recently because I just want to make sure that I did not get too locked in the physical space to where my spiritual space wasn't as focused as it was, because I got so locked in to AI and utilizing Chat GPT to research different techniques for weights and different techniques for vitamins and supplements. And yeah, so anyway, I'm excited. We need to do a the year in review. I don't know if we did that last year. Did we do the year in review last year?
We actually, I mean, we haven't had a single uh no, you and
We did the power
uh
hour. Did we do year in review? I can't
no,
remember.
you did you guys did that.
I couldn't remember.
You and Brianna did.
I thought we did, but I wasn't sure. I can't remember. I've done it in a few
Hold on,
spots.
I'm checking. I don't know if you can still see me. I mean, you guys could do another one if you want. That'd be let's see, view your channel. Here we go. Uh, I think you guys talked about it. I don't think there was a full episode, but you talked about it in one of them.
Like,
So,
I'll give you the key questions, my jog. The starting question, year review. Who were the key people, experiences, or commitments that brought you joy and life last year? How can you celebrate these
let's do that.
relationships and moments and make time for them in the future? Yeah, that's
Let's do this for next episode. You and I can go through it, or
Bree can go through it. It doesn't matter.
you and Bree can go
It
through it.
don't matter. We'll figure it out. We might bring them in. We got to start getting get
I said Brianna instead of Sabrina. I don't know why I said that. I was just thinking Bree in my head, and I said Brianna instead of Sabrina. Don't tell her I said that.
Bree. He said your name wrong. I'm telling. She did like you, but now she's not going to. She is.
So
She
sad.
is. She loves you. She thinks you're awesome. Um. Yeah. Let's do the year in review. Let's keep rolling. We're 40 minutes into this. It's been great. I hope you learned something. I hope people continue. I want this to be such a great podcast. Once we have all these guests and all these stars on it down the road, they rewind back the tape and go, "Hey, that was a really good podcast on goals." They said a lot of cool stuff. It made a lot of sense. Noah, he's reading 85 books a year and watching 100 movies a year every year, and now he's got a whole nother podcast where he talks about cinematography and learning. So
One of those is gonna have to give. But all of these goals cannot scale infinitely.
that's true.
Like, I'm gonna have to pick after this year, maybe pick a couple that I want to scale. But there's no way. Like, I'm already overloading myself a little bit with all of the variety. But
Hey, and you got to play the long game. Yeah, don't overload yourself too much. You're right, they don't scale. And play the long game. So in my journal, in my 10-year journal, 4 years ago, there was stuff about podcasts, starting a podcast, getting the mics, getting the setup. And now last year, you're in the journal. So it's like God brought a Noah into my life, and that's what I needed to push this forward. And bro, we're gonna change the world because we're gonna share what we're learning in life. I can't wait to watch you continue to become the man that God has designed you to be. Shout out to your amazing parents and your family that has positioned you to be in this place. And I am just thankful to be part of the journey with you. Can't wait to build a multi-billion-dollar corporation. I'm saying billion now. I was saying million earlier, but things have changed, and now I'm saying billion. And you're going to be part of that and see how that grows. Good things coming, man. Good things coming. The Bible says exceedingly abundantly more than you can ask or imagine. And I think we dream too small. I think we dream too small with our goals. I think we get frustrated quickly when we don't meet the goals how we wanted to meet them. I think we get discouraged. So just having this conversation with you and seeing where you're at, wanting to go, and how you're building this out is encouraging me. So let's continue rolling, man. I don't
yes, sir.
shout out countercultural life, Noah, the dude. Um, and yo, it's me, Drew, making it go. We will see you soon. Meet your goals, keep walking towards them, build the systems to go towards them. No one drifts anywhere on accident. Um, so make sure you plot a course, set the course out as Amundsen did, and make it to wherever you're trying to make it. Keep going every day, just a little bit, every day, just a little bit. Micro wins, micro wins, micro wins. Shout out to us if you want to talk about it. We'll get you on the podcast. If we can get John Acuff's the gold dude. Get him on the podcast. Uh, all right.
Be crazy.
Countercultural Life from Study Studio, aka the Kickback, Noah's Man Cave, Denver Bronco Junior Stadium. Peace.